Fire and Ice, welcome to Smallville issue number 5. Things are slowly starting to reveal themselves. It seems like we're at the very least gonna get another issue to wrap up this story, maybe. I don't know how the sales are. I think they're okay. I'd like more. I'd do more. I mean, it lasted 6 issues, right? That's kind of impressive. I hope we could see more. I actually don't know. I haven't looked at the solicitations or anything. I'm kind of just like waiting to see where it goes. Because as much as I do like this issue, and I do, I think we're kind of running into the problem of we set up a lot of conflict that we resolved through exterior issues where it's not longer like an internal dilemma between fire and ice. It's more like, oh, now they just have to fight another thing and they'll come together again. Which kind of sucks. I'd like to see more time with them resolving their issues together, but whatever. I mean, still kind of cool. So we open up this issue, and it's like nighttime. Everyone's just kind of like waking up. Lobo ran off. You see that Honey and Tam were together, and Honey left Tam alone, and there's smoke clearing up. All of the villains are still sleeping in the cave, but Lobo robbed them. And then we see that the salon catches on fire. Tam is sleeping in there. She wakes up upset that Honey is no longer in bed with her. She sees there's a fire, and then fire comes to save her, and they evacuate the building. Ice runs out, like, instantly thinking this was B and that B did something to destroy the house. Like, why did you do this? What was the point? You always do this, and everything's their fault, you know? B's willing to take the L on this one. It's like, I can't keep fighting this. It doesn't matter. L, Ron, and Ice are going to go put it out. But we don't actually know who started the fire. Tam's starting to think that maybe it was Honey, so she could, like, escape and like not have to put up with like sleeping with her, and then she could just leave and no one would worry. But Fire just accepts that, like, you know what, let's just say it was me. It's just easier for everyone if I take the blame, if I take the L. I can't do anything right. So Fire just kind of like leaves, and then we see that the villains are all waking up. Their money was stolen, and Linka's got the idea that's like, okay, let's go get our money back. Let's go steal from the town. And then things just escalate from here in like insane ways. Like the actions that happen in like the next couple of pages make you go, wouldn't Superman return if his hometown was being robbed by a bunch of villains? I guess he put Fire and Ice in charge, but I don't know. It's funny and it's kind of cool. But I'm like, yeah, this is a lot happening in Smallville, and I feel like it would draw more attention to it. But it doesn't matter. It's not about that. We see that Ice wants to like clear her mind. She tries to go visit Rocky, but Rocky's kind of like off her game and nothing really feels normal. Like she's kind of like out of it, and every single person in the diner aren't eating and they're motionless. They're not really standing there. And then we see that Rocky's kind of talking where she's like, no, like I need you, Tora, I need you. Like, you got to listen to me. Like, okay, it's great. We can be together forever. Everything's fine. Everything you need is here. And she reaches out like a hand to like touch Ice, and she's like, oh, okay. It kind of walks away, realizing something's off. This isn't normal. Something's bad. And then a bunch of roots grow from the ground. Clearly something has taken over Rocky, if she's always been like that, or something has possessed her. We'll come back to what's happening with her, because we got to cut to Fire, who goes to talk to Charlie, and he's kind of upset that she ditched him for Lobo. And you know what? I get it. We all want to roll in the hay with the main man once in a while. I understand that. But she's trying to be like, I'm not with you. Doesn't matter. She's still really upset at herself in the world, so she's kind of being distant. And then Linka shows up, right, to like attack. It's like, give me your money. And then Fire comes out of the bathroom like, dude, how about we don't steal from like the only bar in town? Like, it's kind of lame. Let's just drink. And that happens. And then we just kind of see like things happening in town with the villains trying to steal. Tam is texting Honey, just kind of like, I mean, I'm fine if you left, but you could have just talked to me about it, you know? Everyone's just taking stuff from the town, and it's kind of fun. And, you know, Fire is just being like, you know what? This all sucks. Everything's weird. I thought I could help. It doesn't seem like I'm doing that. I'm not good with my friends. So, Linka, why don't I actually try to help you, and then you just admit to me that every action you're taking is to get under your brother's skin because you're clearly trying to piss off Grodd? Can we just, like, accept that's the case? Okay? She's like, yeah, I guess. All right, let's drink to that. So the villains had a plan to steal the phones of the residents and then pay to get them back so they make some money. And it's kind of a smart plan. But then, like, some weird citizens from the diner show up. They're acting all crazy. Something off about them. They're hungry. They're starving for something. And then we cut back to the big T's. And we're all over the place, and that's fine. But this is where the wrap-up kind of happens, where it's like, okay, Fire and Ice are coming together because now they have a common enemy to fight. Ice admits that something is definitely wrong. I noticed something in the town. I don't think you started the fire because I kind of saw something. And I think this is what happened. It's called Crave. It's like a creature from like her homeland that like attacks people and feeds on them, and it like controls you, and it's weird, and like attacked her mother, and it's like a disgusting thing. And now it's coming to find her. It's coming to hunt down her lineage. It's coming to Smallville to do so. They also realize that the only thing unaccounted for in the damage is a mask that they got from Island Cooey Cooey Cooey, which is from Justice League America in the 90s. And that is a mask that like controls people. It's from like an island that was living. And now they got two threats. But who would have taken the mask? It got Rocky. So Rocky is a threat. Now this makes sense to me. Like, we have two villains appearing out of nowhere, so the two heroes can fight a villain each. They're going to fight each other's villain, I guess. But Rocky has been taken over by this evil mask. Ain't looking good. She's coming to attack Fire and Ice for destroying her. You get it. And then we see at the end of the book that Martha, who is at the hospital, is under the thralls of Crave. So Crave actually came. We have a villain for Fire and a villain for Ice, each to fight. And that's fine. This is probably my least favorite of the issues we got of this book. The wrap-up, I do like this stuff where it's like, we have these girls just like, I messed up, drink my pain away. I like that stuff. With the stuff with Fire is really good. The Ice thing, like, she's like, oh, no, this actually doesn't make sense. It's a villain doing it. Okay, that's fine. I thought this book was just going to be more like, you know, these girls trying to figure out their lives after they are no longer like any generation, just kind of out of time. But doing this, sure, now we have villains to fight. I guess we had to get there eventually. I can't hate it. I'm not going to say it's like the best thing I've ever read this year, but I still think this book's really fun, and I want to see where it goes. Just because this issue didn't work for me in every aspect doesn't mean I don't like it. The art is still fun. The writing is still sharp. We're just like telling an interesting story that I don't know if we needed to. So we got two villains now. The Mask from Cooey 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 and Crave. Perfect names that definitely have originality to them. Oh, man, oh, man. So, Fire and Ice, welcome to Smallville. Issue number 5. I am going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.